Hello there. My name is Ink, and welcome to the Campfire. Tonight I would be sharing a story titled Backwards and Forwards and in One Place. A few years ago, I asked my SO if he had seen a ghost. He got really uncomfortable and squirrely. Lots of hemming and hawing. Annoyed, I said, just say yes or no. I won't judge if you think you've seen a ghost. I'm a skeptic and figured he didn't want to sound like a rube or something. Turns out, he was hesitant because he believes he saw one, but it was while he was deployed on a mission in the Middle East, and he was trying to think of how he could describe it without giving up any classified info. The story is this. He was in this spooky, vogue Middle East when there was a commotion from the soldiers watching the perimeter. Apparently they could see a man about 100 yards away from the camp. He had appeared out of nowhere. No one saw him walking up. The man was just standing there, not doing anything threatening. But since it was a strange man in a war zone, they broke out all the high-tech gear to see what was going on. They could see his face, his clothes, his height, but he looked bizarrely distorted and was not giving off any heat signature. They had infrared gym jams and whatnot. It's a freaking military, not a piddling ghost hunting troop here. He was not the temperature of a human being. He was the temperature of the air around him. They had no idea what was going on and people were freaking out. At this point I said some obvious stuff. Maybe it was a scarecrow or a dummy or a shadow. Or the soldiers were really tired and delirious and their eyes were playing tricks on them. Or it was a hologram weapon shaped like a human. His response. They called different people up to come look at the man. It wasn't just a few soldiers who saw this. Dozens of people came to look and everyone confirmed that it was definitely a person. Eventually they decided to send out a team to check this guy out. When they got about 50 yards away, the man started walking. Only it didn't look like he was walking towards or away from them. Only walking in place. They froze, expecting an attack, but the man never got any closer. Me. So he was, moonwalking? Ooh, terrorist with dance moves. Scary. His shaking response. It looked like it was trying to walk, but instead of moving like a regular person, its bones were breaking and splintering backwards and forwards at the joints. I can't think of a better way to describe it. Its head was jerking around like a puppet. When the convoy got a few yards closer, it disappeared entirely. The team held ass back to camp, and as soon as they returned, the man-thing reappeared in its spot. Everyone took turns watching it for an hour or so until it disappeared for good. Didn't walk away, didn't fly or melt or explode. Just stood there for a long time, then vanished.